Good morning, boys and girls.
Hi.
I'm Tracy,
And I'm Tiffany G.
and today we want to talk about God's protection and how He is so able to protect His children against whatever it is that is threatening to attack us. Right now, the world seems to be a little bit of a scary place. You see people wearing gloves, saying, "Don't touch this, don't go there. Stay back, stay back." And it's rather scary, isn't it, Tiffany Jade?
Yeah. We're not allowed to see anyone, not even our family.
And we miss our family. So some of you miss your family and your friends as well. But, silver lining, hey, you're out of school early. And for some of you will love that. Tiffany Jade is a little bit sad. Some of you love school, just like Tiffany Jade. So I have become her teacher. Yeah. And your mummies and daddies have become your teachers. But you know what? God is our teacher. We believe as Christians, and we have to listen to what He says. Because if we listen to what the world says and read too much of the news and hear what's going on with this virus and how it's killing people and how people are fighting for their lives, it terrifies us. It can leave us confused. But we do have to abide by government guidelines, and they say wash your hands, and that's a good thing to do. But recently we have been going out wearing gloves and face masks. So I'll show you my face mask. This is what I wear when I go to the shop. Now, Tiffany Jade, are we all ready?
No.
What do you mean no?
Face mask?
What? I've got my face mask.
I mean mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have yours because I ordered Tiffany Jade's face mask online, and pretty much like everything, it's held up because of this virus, okay? So, I have an idea. Tiffany Jade, do you really want a face mask?
Yes, please.
Can you put your hood up, please? Ta-da! Who said Tupperware is boring? Just pop this in here. Now, there you go. Even a breathing hole. What do you think, Tiffany Jade?
It's a bit OTT.
What do you mean it's OTT?
It's over the top.
But you're protected. Yay!
I can't breathe and visibility is this.
But who are you gonna see? You're in isolation. Okay. Not so funny of a joke. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until your face mask comes.
Yep, rather like that.
But until then, and even when it arrives, what should we be doing other than wearing gloves and masks?
I know. We can put on God's armor.
Yeah, we can, yeah. And He's able to protect us, isn't He?
Yes.
You know, we went for a scoot. You're allowed the government says you're allowed 1 hour of exercise a day. So Tiffany and Jane and I go on scooters. Yes, even me. Okay, boys and girls? Yes. So we went the other day and I had ordered helmets to protect our heads should we fall. But this particular day, we went on a scoot and we went around the town, and Dungannon is all hilly. Okay? So we went down this hill and we had an accident. And sadly, we were not wearing helmets as I was waiting for the delivery to arrive. Tiffany G, can you tell us what happened?
So I was racing down a big hill, turning around the corner, and this car came onto the footpath and scared me. I had no choice but to jump off the scooter and land in a wee bit inside, or would have gone onto the road. And then, of course, Mummy tripped over me.
So we both fell. But thank God we didn't hurt ourselves. Although we had no helmets, and that was wrong. We should have waited for helmets, okay, to protect us. We believe that God was protecting us, and we know that God helped us and protected us from a fall. Now, boys and girls, let that be a lesson to you. Do not go out without a helmet if you're on a bike, skateboard, or a scooter, okay? Always wear protection and your helmet. It's good to do that. We learned our lesson and our helmets arrived. So now you can see us going around town on our scooters with this. All right, protection. But God is our protection as Christians. And so let's hear another story about how God protected his other children.
Today we are going to be reading the story of the fiery furnace. Today we're going to be talking about where Daniel's three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, were thrown into a dark, fiery furnace. The king was angry because they didn't bow down to a statue he made. But they said, no, we're not bowing down to any statue. We're only bowing down to the one and only true God. Let's listen. The king was terribly angry. He called for the three Jews and said, if you don't bow down, you will be thrown into the fiery furnace. There is no God who can save you. They replied, we won't try and defend ourselves. If God we serve is able to save us from the furnace, he will. But even if he can't, we will not worship your God or bow to the statue. The angry king ordered that the furnace be made 7 times hotter than usual. Then they tied up Daniel's 3 friends and threw them, clothes and all, into the furnace. After a while, the king suddenly leapt to his feet in amazement. He said, didn't you throw in 3 men? Why do I see 4 walking around in the fire? The 4th one looks like a god. Then the king shouted, come out! And out of the furnace came 3 Jews. They were not hurt at all by the fire. Not even their clothes were burnt. That's amazing. The king said, praise the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He has sent his angel to rescue those men and serve and trust him. They risked their life. They risked death rather than worship another god. From now on, anyone who says bad things about their God shall be torn apart. No other God can rescue like this. Then he gave Daniel's friend even more important jobs.
Thank you, Tiffany Jade. You see, boys and girls, God is able, God is bigger, and he is able to protect us, his children, against anything. So just like the friends experienced, they went through difficult times, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, God says that he's not guaranteeing us that we won't go through difficult times, but that he will be with us when we go through them. And just as God was with the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, he's with us now. So those of you who are experiencing difficulties, these are sad in your heart because you're hearing too much news, you're hearing too much sad stuff, and it's making you worried, and it's making you anxious, and it's making you afraid. Well, boys and girls, trust in the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Trust in the God of Tracy and Tiffany Jade. Trust in our God. Our God is great, and He is big, and He is mighty to save, and He is able to protect His children against coronavirus, against anything. And you know what? Even if we get sick, just as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, even if we die, even if we die in the furnace, even if we get coronavirus, or we get sick, or we go through difficult times, or we're feeling sad, even then we will trust in the one who is greater than all of this. So we say thank you for listening. Boys and girls, God loves you very, very, very much, and He is able to protect you, and He is with you all the time. Stay safe, keep washing your hands, and above all, keep trusting in our God, because He is able to save. God bless. Bye.